So, I'm out wandering in the woods as I usually do. It's nice and tranquil today. I think it's starting to rain, but it's alright, I'm underneath the canopy. So recently I haven't really been up to much. I made a channel intro. So you could say, what's the point? Why don't you just get to the point and just skip all that shit? But I don't know. I just wanted to express something creative, I suppose. I think Rorschach's words gets to the point. But anyway, I did listen back to some of my videos and listen to my voice and stuff, and I think I take a while to actually get to the point that I'm trying to get to, or or I stutter or whatever. But normally in person, I'm quite good at constructing a flowing sentence. But I think it's it's off the top of my head, and I don't have a script or anything. And it's also like I also know that I'm recording myself as well, so it's probably a bit of nervousness, I suppose. Anyway, so today the title of the video is I'm not lazy, I just don't care. I think that's a good way to put it, I think, for myself. That's obviously from Office Space, but I think that's a good way to put it for myself. I just have no real investment in anything, so I'm pretty off-grid. I don't watch the news. I don't have ordinary telly on at all. I don't have any accounts on any social media sites. This channel is really the only way anybody would know I even exist. This is the only internet presence I really have. So this is it. I just don't care. I like to be withdrawn, and I like to be just off grid. I just like to be outside of the matrix, so a lot of the time, over like past week or so, I've been basically just been playing games, just rotting in my room playing games and stuff. And so I replay games from 15 to 20 years ago, games that I grew up with as a kid, because I don't really care about what new games there are now. I don't care. I don't think I've been following any new games since like 2015, maybe. The whole 360 era, I think, is all I've been. That was my childhood, and I just keep returning to that because I think modern games and stuff are pretty shit. Yeah, you probably heard it all before anyway, and you can see it for yourself. But there's propaganda and everything. There is just absolutely just shit games coming out. So I don't give a shit. I'm happy playing like fucking Gears of War, or the old Call of Duty games, Oblivion, I don't know what else, whatever. I've got like stacks of games, like 300 games that I accumulated throughout my childhood. And my old account, my old account for some reason just I couldn't access it anymore, and there was no. It just kept saying access denied because I didn't have any the sort of, I don't know, the way to access accounts and stuff. I didn't know the kind of what it was asking for. I didn't really know what it was asking for, so I just thought, oh fuck it, I'll just make a new account if it doesn't want to. If it just keeps saying computer says no all the time, I just think, fuck it, just make a new account. So anyway, I made a new account, I think maybe a year ago, I think, and yeah, I've just been replaying over the last year. I've been just replaying my old games, but to me it's kind of like I'm replaying these old games for like the last time ever. I've played like Oblivion. I've played that way too much. I've like way too much, and so I played Oblivion round about Christmas, New Year's time. I played it thoroughly. I completed all the quests and stuff. Every time I play Oblivion, I keep finding new quests. But anyway, so about Christmas time, New Year's, I did a playthrough that basically the end, the last playthrough ever, basically, and I play, to thoroughly play it through, so I can finally like move on, and yeah, so to never play it again, basically. I don't want to keep returning to these old games. It's time to leave them. It's time to close the book, basically, and move on. So I'm playing these games for the very last time, and then moving on, and I'm going to play through a lot of my childhood favourite games, to move on and stuff. So yeah, and also I like replaying them on the hardest difficulty as well. So that's pretty cool. But anyway. So yeah, that's all I've really been doing, just rotting in my room, or just going for a walk in the woods, as I have always done ever since I was a kid. So yeah, I struggle to maintain motivation. Well, I'm late. I'm not lazy. I have the ability to really work at something, but I just don't have the motivation because I kind of feel like fucking who cares. I hate work. I think that work is the most boring subject you could possibly bring up. I've done many different jobs, and just after a while I just get so bored that I have to move on to another job. I've never found anything that I really wanted to do. I just kind of like, oh, I'm going to do this because I've never done it before. Oh, I'm bored, I'm going to move on to something else, and that's really it. So, and I don't like the sort of atmosphere either. There's kind of like people at work, they just want to gossip about other people, and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't want to. I don't want to be involved in gossip or anything, and I just don't care. I don't want to chat shit about people, I want to work with people, get along with people, and sort of have a laugh. That's all I really want to do. But I find that people just they just come in. A lot of people that I've worked with just come in and they just want to do the job and then go. They just want to do the job, get paid, and go home. That's all they want to do. So people say, like, especially boomers, they say, "Oh, well, why don't you? If you go out to work and stuff, you'll probably make some friends, and you'll probably even find a girlfriend and all this sort of thing." And that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen anymore. Well, through my own experience, that doesn't happen. That's bullshit. It's not how it is anymore. So yeah, you just surrounded by people who just want to gossip, or they just want to go home. They can't be bothered to talk to you, and that's how it is now. So I get bored, and I think, fucking, oh, I'm bored. I wanna do something else now. And some people, people you work with, you can't fucking trust them at all. You cannot trust them. Okay, I worked at a holiday park, cleaning chalets and shit. Boring shit job, but I just got on with it. And in the break room where you have lunch and stuff, everybody would be chatting shit about other people and stuff. I never got involved. I didn't want to know. I don't care. They probably chatted shit about me. I'm not interested. If they want to, I don't give a shit. And so I instantly could tell I don't want to hang around with these people. I worked with you get paired up, and I worked with this other bloke who's about my age, right? And he was like smoking weed and stuff like that, and he'd say like, oh, I'm going to smoke this outside, do you mind? And I'm like, no, I don't mind, I don't care. I just carry on working, and it's nothing to do with me. So then one day it was really hot. It was a summer's day. It was so hot. It was a drought. It was just really bad, and I didn't have a drink with me. So we're working on the chalet together, and I'm sweating, I'm hot, I'm thirsty, and they said that if there's anything left in the fridge, you can take home with you, so you can have. So I found 4 cans of Foster's in the fridge, and I said to the bloke I was working with, I said, do you want a Foster's? Because I'm fucking dying, you want one? And because I'm gonna have one. And he's like, nah, it's all right, mate, don't worry, I'm all right. And so I said, all right then, man. So I started drinking one, and but I was carrying on working, hoovering and cleaning the surface, whatever. And then I turned round and noticed that I was on my own, and the bloke I was working with had just disappeared. And I was like looking around like, oh, where's he gone? Strange. So I just carry on working. I think I drank about half of the can, and then he come back, but he come back with the boss, and the boss comes in, and she goes, all right, pack your stuff, get out. And I was like, what for? And she's like, well, you're drinking on the job, you're fired. And then I was like, I'm hot and I'm thirsty. I mean, I'm not pissed, You fucking tyrannical cunt, isn't you? But anyway, yeah, that was the end of that job. Yeah, so yeah, the point is, you can't, when I'm working, I can't really trust anybody, and also, yeah, people are just cunts, and they're not interested in being your friend, and that's just how it is. So yeah, I just float from one job to the next, just zoning out the whole time, just working, getting paid, going home. There's no one cool to hang out with. And even when you do talk to people, they turn out to be like just spackers or fucking normies or whatever, and they ain't got a clue what you're talking about. Yeah. So I've got no investment in working. I don't give a shit. There is I did go to college. There is work I am qualified to do, but every time I apply for that type of work, about 60 other people apply for it as well. So I don't have a chance at all. So yeah, fucking waste of time. That's just how it is. And yeah, so yeah, things are just have just changed. Society is changed, not for the better either. There's just no sense of, there's no community, there's no investment, there's nothing anymore. There's no dating opportunities. Fucking so like empty. It's so fucking dead. And speaking of no investment, I didn't bother voting. I didn't bother voting last time. I think like over half of the country didn't even bother voting. That's how much people give a shit. I mean, it was obvious who was going to win, and yeah, complete disaster for the country. But yeah, so there's no investment. There's a reason why I'm completely off the grid. I'm just not invested in anything anymore. Especially this country. I used to be extremely patriotic. I used to be. I was going to go into the army when I left school, but I chose not to. I didn't really. I don't know. I guess I didn't really want to go to some desert and shoot a raghead in a hole. So that's probably why I didn't join the army. But anyway, you got the fucking ragheads here. But anyway, so they've won. So yeah. So no investment in life in general. In this country, in really anything. I don't really enjoy anything anymore. I don't really look forward to anything. And then you got the cost of living. Holy shit. Like when I was a kid, things were so much cheaper. So much cheaper. Yeah. It's extraordinary how anybody can survive nowadays. So yeah, just go on benefits. That's what everybody else does. Well, that's what all the immigrants do. I mean, just go on benefits. Who cares? Innit? Who cares anymore? I mean, you'll never be able to afford it, and they also don't want you to own anything either. You know, the elites. They don't want you to own anything either. You just gotta. Yeah. So. Yeah. So. I'm a nationalist. I love my homeland, but I don't like this country. I have no investment in this country whatsoever. It's that's it really. And yeah, culturally we're just like stagnating, I think, with movies and TV shows. I saw Alien Covenant, Alien Romulus. That's what it was called, Alien Romulus. I went there expecting it to be a Star Trek movie, but I was sorely disappointed. If you don't know what I mean, Romulus is a planet in Star Trek, and it's the homeland. It's where the Romulans come from. You know, fucking whatever. But anyway, I really like the. I like the Alien series. I think the first Alien film is one of my favourites. It's one of my favourite films ever, along with like The Thing and The Terminator and stuff. Like great films, and then just watching how this franchise just basically collapsed gradually over time, and now you get to this recent movie, Alien Romulus, and it's just you've got a bunch of nobodies, and the movie just basically speeds runs through the through the whole alien process. Just speed run through all of it. We need to get to the action quick, so there's no time to breathe, there's no time to just, I don't know, and then it's nothing but shit you've seen before, all the way through. So, is this a movie that you'd want to rewatch? No. Is this a movie you would remember in a week? No. Yeah, it just blurs. It's just a blur. It's just I won't remember this film. But yeah, I'm rambling about a movie now. But yeah, the point is there's nothing to sort of look forward to anymore as like movies and stuff, movies or TV shows or just anything in our culture. Culture is just it's stagnant, completely stagnant. And because I used to think, wouldn't it be cool, because when I was younger, when I was more naive, I used to come up with, like, I was really into fantasy, and I used to come up with, like, fantasy worlds, and draw maps, and create characters, and stuff like that. And I used to think, maybe I can write a story out of this, and then after a while, I start to notice that, this is actually similar to something else that already exists. And because everything has really already been done. Every story you can possibly imagine has already been told. You know? Everything. It's all been told. It's all been done before. You know? And so I just abandoned my ideas, and I thought, fuck, this is shit. You know, I unknowingly was ripping off other things, and yeah, it's just yeah. So that's when I realised everything's already been done. So what's the point? Yeah. Yeah. I like movies. I like sitting and watching a movie. They don't do any good movies anymore. So I don't really give a shit about, or even have any interest in to watch any new movies coming out. I mean, seeing Alien Romulus was a fucking waste of time. So what I kind of do is I let these movies come out, and I think, you know, I sort of keep an ear to the ground and see what's coming out. It's not like I'm really excited to see anything. It's like, hopefully I can find myself a friend to go to the cinema with. That would be something to do for a day. And then I never find anybody to go to the cinema with, and I end up watching like Alien Romulus on my own and regretting it because it was a shit film. Yeah, yeah, I just don't care anymore. You know, like I say, I'm not lazy. I've got interests and things that I could be getting on with and things that I like to do, but I just don't care. I just don't have the motivation to do anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose just rot for now until I figure out something else to do. That's it, really. Bye.